Good day and welcome back to another Fight Card Prediction Recap Show. We had a solid weekend with a 75% prediction success rate and cashed in on multiple parlays, which made this card a profitable one overall. We needed to recover from last weekend less than stellar performance. Let's break down UFC Fight Night Park versus Taira and go over where we hit and where we missed. Let's get to it and breal this card down for all of you. Main event, Hyunsung Park versus Tatsuro Taira. We picked Tatsuro Taira to get the win, and he delivered in spectacular fashion. Taira showcased his grappling dominance, securing a submission win in the second round. This was a statement victory that cements him as a rising star in the flyweight division. We can't wait to see where he goes from here. Matthias Rebecki versus Chris Duncan. So we went with Chris Duncan and he came through with a decision victory. The fight was honestly grueling, with Rebecki starting strong early, but Duncan weathered the storm and just took over in the later rounds with superior striking volume and cage control. It was an outstanding performance from both fighters. This was one of my favorite fights of the evening. Both combatants left it all in the octagon. Another good call for us. Elves Brenner versus Estevam Ribovics. This was a competitive matchup, but Estevam Ribovics clearly proved to be the better fighter. He took the unanimous decision, and yeah, we were on the right side once again. This was also a grueling battle where both fighters went toe-to-toe, but Ribovics had the better strikes and did more damage. Rosa versus Nora Cornolle. In this women's bantamweight bout, we sided with Nora Cornolle, but she was outclassed by Rosa, who used her grappling to dominate and win by decision. As we warned, women's MMA is always risky, and we kept our exposure minimal here. So for the fight between Magny and Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos, we picked Magny and he didn't disappoint, winning by TKO in the second round. Magny really used his range and striking pressure to break dos Santos down and earn a stoppage victory. Honestly, great result for our slip. Next up was Danny Silva versus Kevin Vallejos. Our pick was Kevin Vallejos, and he edged out a decision win. It was a competitive back-and-forth affair, but Vallejos managed to score takedowns and stay just ahead in the judges' eyes. Another win in our column. Then we had Rinya Nakamura versus Nathan Fletcher. We backed Nathan Fletcher, but this one didn't go our way. Rinya Nakamura landed a devastating body kick in the first round that folded Fletcher and ended the fight early. We expected more of a battle, but hey, that's the fight game. Alright, so in the Rodolfo Vieira versus Tresion Gore matchup, we were backing Vieira, and yeah, he delivered with a decision win. Gore actually started off pretty strong, but you could see him fading as the fight went on. Vieira just kept ramping up the volume and pressure, and that really sealed the deal for the judges. Next up, it was Nick Kline taking on Pulyaev. We were on Kline's side, but Pulyaev pulled off the TKO victory. Pulyaev did a great job keeping the fight in striking range, which totally neutralized Kline's ground game and forced the finish. His striking was crisp and precise. It was a tough loss for Kline, but honestly, you gotta give credit to Pulyaev for a solid performance. Then we had Austin Bashi versus John Yanis. As we predicted, Bashi came out super aggressive and locked up a submission win. This was one of those picks we felt really confident about, and hey, it paid off nicely. Bashi ended this fight incredibly quick, and we can't wait to see him go up in competition. Alright, Rafael Estevam versus Felipe Bunes. We backed Rafael Estevam, and he put on a dominant performance. He took a clear decision win, outstriking and controlling Bunes throughout all 3 rounds. Solid call here and solid performance by Estevam. Next up, Piera Rodriguez versus Kline Souza. We took a shot on Kline Souza, but she fell short in a split decision. The striking was nearly even, but Rodriguez's grappling and ground control made the difference. Again, we advised caution on women's MMA, and we kept our exposure low here. So, that wraps up our recap of UFC Fight Night Park versus Taira. A strong card for us overall with a 75% success rate and great parlay hits to boost the profits. Let us know how you did in the comments. Did you follow our picks? Did your bets cash? If you enjoy content like this and want more predictions, recaps, and coverage of MMA and beyond, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot more content coming your way. Be well, enjoy the week, and we'll see you soon with a brand new breakdown video. Take care.